Good morning, everyone. This is Sahar, and you're watching Rethink with Sahar. This is a place where we rethink ideas, we rethink thoughts, and try to look at everything in a new light. So, today we have with us Anuradha Shukla. She is an into DIY tarot coach, and she has written a book, The Intuitive Edge, the DIY tarot guide for smarter decisions. Yes, smarter decisions in love and business. So you're welcome, Anuradha. And
Thank you.
how are you doing today?
I am doing good. I'm very happy to be at this show. Looking forward to exploring tarot and intuitive business decision making on this show.
That's beautiful. Thank you so much. And so, would you tell us a little bit? World knows a lot about tarot reading. So, how do you describe it? How do you put it in your own words?
I feel tarot can be used as an intuitive guide that can help us in day to day lives because there are several personal questions that you cannot discuss with anybody else. For example, what my boss thinks about me, should I change this job? You can't talk about this to your colleagues, to sometimes you can't talk about the breakup to somebody else. So, if you
Yes.
start doing tarot, it is your personal guide and it can help you in your difficult hours, is what I feel. And I discovered this tarot when I was myself in a difficult time. I just began to live in China back in 2008. So
Mm-hmm.
I was a little lonely, like any Indian that goes abroad and start living. You feel alone. You want to find answers that are to questions that were not there previously. So
Exactly.
then, my Chinese friends, I had a huge community of Chinese people, some expat people who were learning and doing tarot. So I joined that group, and along with them, I learned tarot and learned how to use this particular tool as a reflection to my inner emotions. And that is how I picked it from a reflective tool.
Wow. So it was very well an existential kind of a thing for you. So you were caught in a situation where you were all alone and you did not have anybody to look forward to or look
That
up
is right.
to. So this is the situation that most of us are in this world. We are alone, even though we have a crowd around us of relationships and friends and family, but still we are alone somewhere, and that loneliness costs us a lot of things. First of all, our own mental health. So how can this tarot reading help us in uh, mental health, in being our own best friends?
So that is a very good question, Sahar. I am also a certified life coach, and I tell people to start journaling. Sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
in a fit of emotions, we become very emotional. We think in a certain manner. But say
Mm-hmm.
after 1 hour, after 2 days, 1 week, we cool down and we think differently. So,
That's
a
right.
person who's going through a breakup, if or she starts writing down how that person is feeling and they do journaling, over a period of time, they will feel that they are becoming stronger. Their emotions are not always low, sometimes they feel better. So, through this book, my Do It Yourself Tarot, if you do
Mm-hmm.
tarot every day and journal your thoughts, then you will see the pattern how you generally behave in certain situations, so you can make a informed decisions about certain aspects of your life, like a particular person you are dating, and so you also
Mm-hmm.
know that these are my trigger points, so you learn yourself much better. This is how tarot helps you in wellness, in mental wellness.
Mm-hmm. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's something we all look up to. We do want a friend in loneliness. And if tarot can be that friend, then what's better than that? We can get to know. And what is the philosophy behind tarot?
See, I am already doing a PhD on tarot. Uh,
Beautiful.
and I my study on tarot is mostly based on startup ecosystem in India and elsewhere. And I have
Mm-hmm.
interviewed, and I'm in the process of interviewing entrepreneurs and business people how they are using tarot to make uh, difficult decisions. So, how? Can you repeat your question? I think I lost
I was,
the.
yeah, no, you're quite on the track. I asked you, like, what is the philosophy behind tarot? Like, when the tarot
So
began.
when I was doing my literature review in a PhD means you have to read many authors on the
That's
subject.
right.
On this aspect, I read several authors who have written about tarot. They have been using tarot since ancient times. So the philosophy of tarot is way behind, thousands of years. You can't
Yeah.
even pick out one particular period where it was there. So what I realize is it has been here for centuries, and the basis is same. Like we try to find out what the day hold for us, or we try to find out the future. There's a difference between astrology and tarot, I must tell
I
you
was
at this
coming
point
to.
of time.
Yes.
See, astrology is kind of a long period. For example, I have a birth chart. When I was born, the planets were in a particular position. So it
Mm-hmm.
can give you an idea about when will I get married. For example, when my children will be born. They'll give you a rough idea, but
Mm-hmm.
tarot is very current energy. For example, I am sitting for appearing for an interview in company A and company B.
Mm-hmm.
Astrology will not able to tell you where your chances are more in company A or company B.
Mm-hmm.
You can take an example, or if I am a journalist, whether I will get a job in Times of India or I'll get a job in Economics Times. If I am interviewing both, so if you use tarot will tell you whether you will get this job or you get another job. Astrology
Beautiful.
can tell you when will you get married. For example, I am getting married in 2026. There are five people in front of you. In India, we have this arranged marriage,
Yes.
and these people will come and see you and meet you. So, let's say after meeting five people, I am filtering onto two people, person
Mm-hmm.
A and person B.
Yeah.
Tarot will tell you the energies, which person is better for you. So, this is
Mm-hmm.
the main difference between astrology and tarot. Tarot is very current energy. If I want to know, for example, I am going to meet my boss today, or I am going to meet
Mm-hmm.
a friend today. I can shuffle my card and find out how the meeting is going to go. But astrology cannot tell me. They will give you some certain planetary aspect, yes, but exact person to person tarot energy is much better than astrology.
And it's something about cards, right? I haven't ever done tarot, like, never ever had that reading done. But it's about something about cards, and you are the special kind of cards. You pull out a card, and that's what they read. I mean, that's what impression I have of it. I would like
Yes,
your expert guidance.
yes, I have been practicing tarot over a decade now, and
Wow.
several, designers have come up with many cards. So you
Okay.
have a range of cards to choose from, but
Mm-hmm.
the general symbols are same,
Okay.
and there are 78 cards.
Mm,
So 70 plus cards you can say, because some
beautiful.
designers have put their own cards also,
Okay.
uh, to give them more their own reading, more artistic touch. And
Mm-hmm.
there are several permutations and combinations. So you get better day after day because you keep on studying cards in various situations with various people under several circumstances. So
Mm-hmm.
you follow your gut feel. That's where my intuitive edge, the name comes. Your intuition works. These days,
Okay.
AI is there,
Oh
Chat
yes.
GPT, and there are so many tools, but they
Yeah.
are very often wrong because the AI will give you the meanings of the card, the fool, the hierophant, so on and so forth. But the
Mm-hmm.
human touch, the intuition touch, If you ask me some question and I shuffle the cards using my energy and expertise, my answer is going to be more authentic as compared to the computer.
Yeah,
So the
that's
answer
right.
is that the cards are many, there are several meanings of the card, but the interpretation varies according to the situation and the question asked.
So, what is the most common question that you get to hear from your clients? The most common question. Let's look into what people are looking at in their lives, what they are looking for.
So, by the grace of God, I have traveled the whole world
Mm-hmm.
due to the nature of my job, and I see people are same everywhere. They want
Okay.
love, they want to
Mm-hmm.
be healthy, and they want money.
Beautiful.
Right.
Beautiful.
So the same thing applies to tarot also. And one thing very interesting I want to tell you is I thought men don't love and women are more emotional. But after
Mm-hmm.
doing tarot, so many men have come to me. They are very unhappy when their girlfriend leaves them, or they are going through a divorce, or they are going through a breakup. So my male clients are more as compared to female clients, as compared
Wow.
to we talk about relationships. So this is one something new to me. Maybe men were always emotional, and now they are coming out in the open to talk about the emotions. Previously, in a
Beautiful.
previous generation, men were told you should be a man, not to emote, hide your emotions.
Yeah,
Let's say
that's
about
right.
20 years back, for
Exactly.
example. So this is
Mm-hmm.
the, so the most common question is about relationship, and it is not like only young people are asking. Older people also ask
Older
about the
people asking
relationships,
so.
and yes, they talk about their finance also because they are very career conscious. They people want to grow, so they want to know whether this job is going to be good for me or not. Some people have more than two jobs, and they want to know which job they should go to. So these are the and health people don't
Wow.
ask. Health people don't ask because generally people go to doctors and they know what they have to do.
Exactly. They
If you
know
have a
about that.
yeah
That's more of a technical issue,
technical
not
issue,
an emotional issue.
yes,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's beautiful to know. So, in a way, our society is shifting from being a closed, conservative society to being more open about their emotions and express themselves in better ways. So, this is one aspect of the thing you told us that, for example, you have two options. It's able to pick out one for you in the sense that it's able to tell you where you have better chances. So, can
that
you
is right.
relate other situations other than but then health, money, love? They encompass whole of our lives. Any one particular situation that you remember that made you what like that surprised you or made you smile when you heard that request from someone?
Yes, it surprised me when women and people from very traditional backgrounds and countries they come and ask me about their relationship issue. So I asked
Wow.
them that, especially for example, Pakistan is a neighboring country, and
Uh-huh.
we know that it's little bit traditional. It's bit conservative as compared to Western countries. So people from there they come and ask me about their relationship problems. So that is something that is surprised me. Is
Okay.
similar in the same way when a grown-up man is unhappy about a breakup. So these things. But at this, that being said, at this point of time, I want to say that your actions are very important. I say this to everybody around me that even if planets are in a certain way or the tarot reading is negative, you should not stop making efforts towards a better life. This is
Mhm.
not the end. I am
Yes.
a science student. I have studied physics and chemistry and what all science involves. So I believe in karma. I believe in action. So I discourage people to use it as an ultimate guide to life. You use it as a tool, but ultimately you should make your own decision towards a better life. See, if you have going through a breakup, you have to behave
Hmm.
bring behavioral changes to make your marriage work. You have to
Yeah.
earn a degree to become a good doctor. You have to study to clear that exam. You have to eat healthy to become, fit. So
Yeah.
all
Got
these
you.
actions are important. So I am not a blind, believer. You have to use it, but please be focused on your actions and think, use your mind
so you
also.
think so you think more than any other science like this, any other uh, art or science or field like this, like tarot, astrology, or things like that, it's more important is focus on your inner self, focus on the action that you can make.
Action, action.
Yes.
That you're absolutely
So
right.
I have a question, like I'm also originally from India and now I'm settled in the USA. And I know both the societies in a different light. Like when I was in India, I used to think about the West in a different light than I think of it now. And now I know India a little bit differently than I used to know it earlier. So, what is your experience of the West and the East, having traveled both? Like you live in the East and you have traveled the West extensively. So, what are your viewpoints of how people look at, say, tarot reading in what kind of mental attitudes they have towards this thing?
Surprisingly, people in USA are more open to tarot as compared to
Wow,
India.
wow.
Although we Indians are very religious, and we have lot of rituals, and we have astrologers, people like Bhatta here. So one would
Yes.
say that people are more open to tarot. But having being practicing tarot for over a decade now, I feel people in the West are more open, perhaps because of out of the box thinking. People are more open to creativity, adopting new ideas in the
Mm-hmm.
West, I feel. But having said that, I have a close community of people who are interested in India, who are interested in tarot. But the ratio of people interested in West is more than that. That if you see the ratio and proportion, it is the
A
scale is
higher
tipping
end.
towards
Okay, okay,
Western
okay, okay.
Western region.
That's beautiful. Western people, they are certainly very creative and they are open to newer things. And even the East is becoming like, particularly in India, it has always been open to different kind of thoughts, new kind of ideas. So, but the thing is about they are still somewhere anchored, anchored in the sense anchoring is not bad, but being stuck is bad, being stuck in those old traditions, because some I still see people doing all those black magic and all that things come up, but I think getting yourself involved in those kind of things, it's better to focus on something that is scientific, that is something that is more uh, has more of an art to it and a more of a science to it. What do you think about that?
People do question uh, my sensibility sometimes when I say I'm a tarot reader,
Mm-hmm.
because they imagine somebody with lot of feathers on their head and in strange dresses and doing black magic. So when they actually meet me and I am rushing to office because I'm working full time. I have a 9 to 5 job, and I'm also
Wow,
doing my PhD. So
beautiful.
they are very surprised to see somebody like me. I'm in a business suit most of the times. So when they see somebody in a business suit doing and talking about tarot, then they think differently. Tomorrow morning, I am flying to Bhopal for my book. I am talking about intuitive edge in front of a group of authors. So now this so when they see me talking in a logical manner, when the entrepreneurs I meet, when the business people I meet, and I ask them research questions regarding my research guide, my research paper, then they are actually
Uh-huh.
surprised. And somebody asked me, you should convince me that tarot is good. I said, I don't want to convince you. I just want to know your opinion. It is just like convincing person that going to temple is good. It is your belief whether going to temple is good or
Mhm.
not. So I am
Yeah.
not questioning. I am not going to convince anything. If you believe it, then please answer my questions. I am talking about when I do a research questionnaire to do my PhD. So,
Okay.
so there are several beliefs, several people think differently. But yes, people are changing towards tarot, and
Hmm.
especially once they see me, they definitely think different. When they see me in person,
Beautiful. 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 And you think that tarot has a brighter future than what we as like in the blocked in the scientific mindset. Any mindset, if it locks you in, is a dogma, even if it is science. That's what I believe. Even if it is religion, any kind of religion, whatever, there are thousands of there on the earth. And if it is any cultural belief or a nationalism or even scientificism, scientificism, whatever, I'm saying it for the first time. I'm sure there's no word for it. Scientificism. Okay. So anything that binds you, that is, if you're not able to look beyond that, that becomes a dogma. So if tarot is able to open your views, open your mind about that, about life in general, has lets you look at different options, then definitely it is a very beautiful, a very beautiful concept. And how do you think it's gonna change the world for better in coming years or decades or centuries to come?
I think tarot can make you feel more calm and centered.
Beautiful.
Because once you do tarot, you know so much about yourself, and you see that how your shift in attitude is happening over a period of time. What I am thinking today will not be same as thinking tomorrow, and you know how to manage your emotions. So, with respect to changing the world, I feel if you keep on journaling, if you keep on doing tarot, become more quieter, and the world is going to become a more calmer place, more peace,
Beautiful.
more
That's what we
settled with
need.
yourself. If everybody is emotionally settled, the whole world becomes beautiful.
So you think it's the calmness, the beauty comes from within. Satyam Shivam Sundaram. That's what I'm reminded of it here. So actually, I myself hold master's degree in philosophy, focused on Indian philosophy, and I'm doing PhD also. So that's why I'm able to relate to what you are saying. So it is uh, not what binds you or what you keep on doing, but if you observe yourself, even journaling is like observation of your past, your present, and what you're going to do in the future. Decide based upon those two things, the past and the present. So if what other what other beautiful things would you like to tell us about how your book, for example, uh, begins a novice person like me? You start making up your argument for someone like me, and then you build them to using tarot. How do you do that?
I have put a lot of case studies in my book,
Mm-hmm.
and so case studies are from real life. So I'm encouraging people to learn tarot on their own, and they
Mm-hmm.
can use different spreads to find
Wow.
out about their life. So if you read
Mm-hmm.
that book and you start using your small spread you use, 3 card spread you use, and you use it over a period of time, then slowly you will understand the power of tarot, you will understand it more, and then you will start liking it.
Beautiful. That's wonderful and that's beautifully said. And thank you, Anuradha, for being with us today. And any there's nothing final actually. And anything that you would like to tell, uh, uh, suggest our audience so that they may become best at what they do, not only tarot, but as a life coach, I would ask you, you're a life coach. So, how would you um, what would you suggest our audience that they become better at their own selves?
I think if you accept yourself completely as you are and stop competing with anybody around you, life becomes very good. That is the basic and simple mantra to lead a happy life.
Mm-hmm.
If you just
Beautiful.
be settled with who you are. It is good to be ambitious, but constant comparison with your neighbor, with your friend, with your peer, it pulls you down and you cannot enjoy your present. Is my 2 cents for your audience who are listening to me today.
Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Anuradha. Thank you for being with us today. And thank you so much for sharing your wonderful, wonderful, beautiful thoughts. And namaste. Thank you.
Namaste.
And guys, see you next time. Bye bye.